Okay, stay with me here because unlike Mr. Buddy's videos, I won't be showing you just a few new Pokemon, I'll be showing you the entire Pokedex. I mean, I have been planning this for about 2 years now. Actually no, it is 2 years now, so I guess it was a given. Anyway, I hope you enjoy seeing all the cool designs I've made. There's 64 Pokemon here that I've designed and drawn for this video. First we have the starters, the pinnacle of your Pokemon journey. Whichever one you choose may change the way you play through the game entirely. The grass-type starter is called Taro Seed, and is grass flying type in its base form, but evolves into Psysquark and Petrocytal to become Grass Psychic. They're rumoured to have the powers to read minds thanks to the strong bond they have with their trainer. The Fire-type starter is called Igneral, and evolves into Squispark and Teslarel to become Fire Electric. The fur around their necks can give you not only a severe burn when touched, but can also give you quite the shock. It gets sassy if it's not fed on time and has a rebellious nature. The Water-type starter is called Orca Blubla, and is water dark for its whole evolution line, from base into Walorca and then Blue Kilka. It's quite the bully to other Pokemon, as it tries to defend its territory from attack. However, this Pokemon will be extremely loyal to its trainer. Alright, now that you've been introduced to the starters, time to do shorter descriptions of the rest of the Pokemon to save it from getting too repetitive, and to save my voice. Next up, the regional variants. Like Alola and most recently Galar, Askos has regional variants of pre-existing Pokemon, giving them new types and gimmicks. Let's go through them all. Ascodian, Woobat, and Swoobat, electric and fairy types. They're popular mascots for fireworks shops, as the sound of them releasing electricity from their fur sounds like a sparkler. Ascodian, Teddiursa, and Ursa Ring, fire and dark types. Revered as messengers of Giratina himself, due to their appearance, but in reality these Pokemon are just petty thieves who love to spook people. Ascodian Ordino, dark type, and becomes part ghost when Mega Evolved. A science experiment to change Ordino's typing took place a few years ago, but the experiment went wrong and ended up turning Ordino into a dark type beast, who loves making fun of others. This sadistic nature worsens when it Mega Evolves, even taunting people who are grieving over their lost ones. Ascodian Ordino is also the matriarch of a new status condition called Terrified. When a Pokemon is terrified, it acts like a mixture of attract and confusion when they have a chance to not attack. The catch with them being terrified is that once you have the status, your Pokemon will be so scared to move that you can't switch out. The Pokemon affected will regain their spirits after an amount of time, or if you use a special item on them to heal the status. Asgonian, Mareep, Fluffy, and Ampharos, grass type, and Ampharos becomes part fairy when Mega Evolved. The fruit they bear is used in all kinds of medicines that are used to cure all sorts of pains and aches. When Mega Evolved, it even has the power to soothe trauma, so it's a handy companion for therapists. And for people who Mega Ascodian Ordino has been taunting. Ascodian, Rufflet, and Braviary, rock and flying types. They like to store precious gems in their plumage, and the one with the most gems is seen as the leader of the flock. This Pokemon is also Askos' mascot bird, representing freedom. Ascodian, Vullaby, and Mandibuzz, steel and flying types. These are definitely my favourite ones. They've honed their hunting skills to absolute perfection, and strike their prey without warning. They're popular in the media, and are used to represent gangs or delinquents. I guess they would be good friends with Galarian and Zigzagoon then. Ascodian, Sunkern, and Sunflora, grass and fairy types. They bring dead plants back to life, restoring places which have been burnt down by forest fires. It's said that if you mess with one, an omen is sure to befall you afterwards. They're friends with Absol, and they travel the land together to heal disaster. Okay, that's it for the regional variants. Now on to the main part of the Pokedex, with all the regular Pokemon you can find and capture throughout Askos. Magpine, Maghazel, and Magolive, grass flying type. They use the stick in their mouths to attack, but also to open things birds usually wouldn't be able to open, like windows. Here's a demonstration. Camouse and Chimera, normal and normal dragon. An adorable fusion of real-world animals which bites back even when knocked out, due to the dragon DNA stored in its tail which gains sentience after evolving. A theory states that Camouse shares an ancestor with Eevee, explaining why this Pokemon adapts so well to whatever its environment is. Coblinks and Foxcuff, dark steel types. These foxes are able to move despite the shackles on their limbs, and they use this to their advantage, tricking people into pitying them so later on they can attack, stealing whatever they please from the poor individual. Womatas, Cocofred, and Slaragon, bug and bug dragon. Be careful who you call weak in middle school, as this bug can pack a punch when fully evolved. so I reckon Silk is so strong, it uses balls of it as weapons with its signature move Cocoon Crash, acting like a bug-type Draco Meteor. Finbone and Sharrow, Water Ghost. The remains of an ancient Pokemon now reanimated. They haunt sunken shipwrecks and are known for capsizing boats as they defend their territories. Their most hated enemy is Delmise. Confats and Jellybrero, Water Electric. Their hats help them block their sensitive eyes from the sun, and they're filled with water, which protects them from drying up whilst on land. Their stingers can extend up to 5 feet, so they can strike their foes with an electrical shock. With Smoke and Insawitch, Poison Fairy. The mist they use to attack can cause dizziness and fatigue, and it's believed that if you inhale it, you'll be able to see the future. However, the mist is very toxic, so please don't actually do this. These Pokemon are very artistic, and like to draw things in the air with their mist as they dance around. Phypixie and Phaebreak, Fighting Fairy types. These little jackalopes were so sick of being bullied by other Pokemon, they developed muscles and started kicking their bullies in the face as the absolute no you. They're now very territorial and will not hesitate to kick you in the face too if you mess with them. Rodynamo, the Pikachu clone of this region, and an electric ground type. This Pokemon has a special organ in its tail which acts as a dynamo, spinning faster and faster every time Rodynamo uses an electric move, which increases Rodynamo's speed too. Astrabi and Galastra, Psychic. Split evolution line where the sun form of Galastra is Psychic Fairy, whilst the moon form is Psychic Dark. These space cats love stargazing, so they can get easily distracted when battling during the nighttime. This Pokemon seems to get along well with Clefairy, so there's theories that this Pokemon actually came from space. Tree Bat and Fruit Treat, Grass Dark types. Fruit bats who are popular Halloween mascots and love the holiday, but they do often get into trouble due to how they like to steal kids' candy. In an attempt to stop this, a new tradition was created in Askos, where after Halloween night, kids save up some of their candy to offer up to the Tree Bat and Fruit Treat. Let's just say that both parties get along a lot better now. Variprite and Verswallow, Bug Fire. They light up the night sky to make beautiful light shows, using the fire organ inside them to create lights. They can make their light shine brightly to deter oncoming attackers, and to make a run for it while their opponent is recovering. Blazdeer and Rain Freeze, Fire and Ice. Reindeers who are hot and you're cold, you're yes and you're no, you're in and you're out, you're up and you're down, you're wrong when it's right, you're black and it's white, you fight, you break up, you kiss, you make up. And they're not related to Katy Perry in any way. Please don't copyright strike me for that joke. Fair use, YouTube. Fair use. Pressy Snake, Vicobra, and Laserpin. Poison Steel types, and the pseudo-legendaries of the region. Snakes with a laser focus so good they can shoot down foes with one blow. They draw their powers from the sun with their large wings. Vicious fights usually break out between Laserpin and Ascodian Mandibuzz, be it over food or territory. Singicapul and Multicapete, Dragon Flying. Based upon Romanian dragons, this creature resembles a flying hydra. People have jokingly spread a rumor that an Alolan Multicapete would have necks even taller than even Alolan Executor's neck and Galarian Weezing's hats. Zephion and Buzzion, two new evolutions who are flying and bug respectively. Zephion controls the weather with powerful gusts of wind, and it's said that if you see one, you'll be granted with good luck. Buzzion, however, likes to steal everyone's honey for itself, as it loves sweet treats. Strangely, Buzzion and Fruit Treat like to help each other out, Fruit Treat sharing the sweets it gets from Halloween with the nearby Buzzion populations. Alright, that's finally all the Pokemon done and accounted for. But wait, we're missing some, aren't we? That's right, we still need to talk about the legendaries and mythicals of the region. Imp Harmony, the Order Pokemon, an electric flying type. Its inspiration comes from the Romanian coat of arms, which bears a golden eagle with a cross in its mouth, and a lion. So I decided to make it a Griffin, a legendary mix of an eagle and a lion. Duskchakra, the Chaos Pokemon, a dark flying type in its bat form, and it's inspired by both a vampire bat and Dracula, which is why it has two forms. Its second form is more humanoid, and is a dark ghost type. Long ago it had this form, but after an accident, which I'll explain in a bit, it lost its power. Onto the mythicals, we have Determinarch, the reality Pokemon. A dark fairy type, and it plays a significant part in the story, which I'll explain later, but it's only obtainable via events. A Pokemon primarily used for both good and bad reasons due to its power to change reality itself. Not as much as Palkia and Dialga can change reality, but enough to change the course of history. It's a butterfly, get it? It's the butterfly effect! Finally we have Filabub, a cheeky electric ghost from somewhere outside the Askos region. A shiny one is given to you after beating the 5th gym. It loves to play tricks on people, and likes to make lots of friends and see new places. Due to this, it's encouraged that Filabub's trainer brings it on a journey to see the world. Alright, now that's all the new Pokemon I've created. I hope you enjoyed learning a bit about them, even if I just skimmed over them briefly. Of course, I couldn't list all the ideas for Pokemon I've had over these 2 years, since some of them really suck, and some of them I want to use for other projects, but I hope this will give you a bit of insight into how much dedication I've put into this project. With all that said and done, it's finally time to go on to the main storyline of characters, which was really fun to write. But we'll have to check that out in the next episode of Project Askos.